Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final chapter of Let's Play Trauma Center's Second Opinion. We're starting off this final chapter with 6-1, an invitation. With Delphi exposed, it didn't take long for sleeper cells to be found and eliminated. The end of medical terrorism seemed to be within reach. Professor Blackwell pledged his full cooperation with Caduceus in the ongoing investigation. Although it was his daughter's kidnapping that forced Blackwell to cooperate, he maintained that Delphi's actions would have been impossible without his research. When offered a formal pardon, Blackwell insisted that he serve out his term in prison. He thanked Derek and Angie for giving him a second chance to atone for his mistakes. The professor's testimony provided a clearer picture of the international terrorist organization known as Delphi and shed light on their intentions. Delphi had held to a dangerous ideology preached by their leader, a mysterious man who called himself Adam. Their financial backing came primarily from holdings they absorbed from a number of international pharmaceutical conglomerates such as the Edoth Corporation. The major world powers combined resources in a massive search for Delphi's headquarters. It wasn't long before they located it, a fortified vessel in the Atlantic Ocean. Dr. Stiles and Nurse Angie were asked to accompany the British Navy in a raid on Delphi's aquatic facility. A horrifying discovery awaited them inside the vessel, which demonstrated the cruel lengths to which Delphi had gone to develop their guilt. They had kidnapped children from all over the world to serve as hosts for the original subspecies of guilt. Dr. Stiles and Angie operated on these victims, who were taken to protective custody once they were free of the virus. And in the hidden depths of the vessel, Derek came face to face with Adam, the mastermind behind medical terrorism and the main objective of the raid. Although having absorbed guilt into his own body, Adam had become scarcely more than a corpse. The vapors present in Adam's chamber were enough to momentarily incapacitate Derek. Though British forces soon located and revived him, at last the mission was complete. Adam's guilt-infested remains were confiscated by the British Navy, and their current whereabouts are unknown. For all intents and purposes, Delphi has been destroyed. Several months have passed since that time. Caduceus USA has continued its ongoing battle against intractable diseases. They have seen many members come and go, but their mission to research new treatments has continued, with Derek Stiles at the forefront. Thanks to the vigilant efforts of Caduceus USA, memories of the plague known as guilt have finally started to vanish. However, this new medicine is sweet. These patients have been responding really well. Well, I'm not usually one to brag. Let's just say I expected nothing less than perfection. Shouldn't you give some credit to Blackwell since he, thought of it? There is a fine line between theory and creation. I question your abilities as a doctor if you don't appreciate that difference. Alright, Victor, Blackwell thought up a method of treatment and you all made it work. Can we drop it now? Whatever, I still made it work. Kinda sucks we're the only ones who will ever know Blackwell had anything to do with it. We're fortunate he agreed to help us while his debt to society, paying his debt. The world needs Professor Blackwell's research more than anyone will ever know. Welcome back, Dr. Stiles. You too, Angie. Thanks for the souvenirs. That poshi was delicious. I'm such a slave to Japanese treats. Glad you liked it. We didn't have much time to appreciate Tokyo though, since most of our time was spent on conferences and hospital visitations. I think I'm still a little jet lagged. Can't you at least try to act like you're a world-renowned super doctor? Have you heard from Dr. Myers? I'd like to know how she's adjusting the Hope Hospital. Oh, I forgot. The director wanted to see you two as soon as you got back. It must be tough being so popular, huh? You better head up to his office. Well, thanks for letting us know. Think there's a chance he's going to give us a vacation? I seriously doubt it. A long-term assignment in Great Britain. Will I be going as well? Yes, they asked for both of you specifically. They're in the final stages of some project and asked that our most skilled doctors participate. We were hesitant about the proposition, but considering they finally decided to ask for our help, after months of silence we agreed. Caduceus Europe will also be holding conference there in about a month. We'd like you to attend that as well, and Director Hoffman will be joining you. Like you said, the British have been quiet about their research since the raid. Now all of a sudden they're asking outside organizations for help with some project. They must be extremely confident if they're willing to break their silence on the issue, considering they are unwilling to share any information on Delphi only months ago. We would like you to keep us posted on their activities while you're there. So they're sharing their data? I thought you said they just wanted skilled surgeons. They made sure we understood none of the research was to be made public. Director Miller is a good man, but I worry about all the secrecy. I can only assume the government wanted to have others involved as a safety measure. Are you willing to accept, knowing that there's more to this than meets the eye? I understand the situation, but if they need our help, I'm willing to go. We accept. We've made preparations for you to leave in 5 days. You'll be on duty as usual until then. I'll see you both in a month. Okay, so now we're moving on to 6-2 Caduceus Europe. Caduceus Europe Director's Office. Thank you for coming all this way. I'm sure you're both quite tired. I don't believe we've spoken since the Delphi raid. It feels good to see old friends again. It was a difficult mission, but I'm glad everything turned out for the best. It's an honor to be invited here. Miss Thompson, please let me know if there's anything we can do to make your stay easier. After all, I'm sure Dr. Stiles owes much of his success to having you at his side. Thank you, Director. I'm positive Dr. Stiles and I will both learn quite a bit during our stay. Allow me to introduce you both to Dr. Quinn, our research executive. He will be supervising all the research you take part in while you're with us here. It's an honor to meet you both, Dr. Stiles, Nurse Thompson. Your work on our project will be quite pivotal, I'm certain. Nice to meet you. Dr. Owen was actually the first person to recommend your involvement. He believed that only doctors of your talent would be able to complete these final stages. You might think I'm being selfish, but this is something only you two can handle. Hopefully we won't embarrass ourselves too badly. Well then, if you'll follow me, I'll fill you in on the details of our research. Caduceus Europe Research Laboratory. The results of our regenerative treatments have been far beyond expectation. If I might be so bold, I would say we're about to turn medical science on its head. As you can see, we transplant these neo cells in hopes that they regenerate the lost tissue. What's surprising is how quickly it occurs and the low rate of autoimmune difficulties. This is only possible because of our advanced facilities and brilliant researchers. If we were as limited as the other branches of Caduceus, I doubt our research would have advanced even half as quickly. Hey, I'm impressed. I didn't really realize you guys were working on something like this. But what does any of this have to do with the guilt research? Most of our theories we put into practice are based on what we learned fighting guilt. I'm afraid I can't say more than that. We're saving the finer details for our conference. You said you've already treated hundreds of patients with regenerative technology? We'll be visiting those patients tomorrow. It will be easier if you understand, if you see their recoveries for yourself. Ah, Dr. Kimishima, have you finished your rounds for the day? Yes, Director. I assume these are the doctors from America? Your timing couldn't be better. Allow me to introduce you. Dr. Stiles, this is Dr. Naomi Kimishima. She's been working with us for some time. Like you, she specializes in miracle surgeries. A pleasure to meet you. Anata gai Gilmai na Stiles sensei ne. It's nice to meet you. I'm afraid I don't understand what you just said, Dr. Kimishima. Oh, my mistake. I was under the impression you had recently traveled to Japan. She actually hails from Japan originally. That, however, is not important. She's been supporting our research in a number of ways with her unique talents. In a perfect world, she'd be able to work in your place. However, there's been a problem. A problem? There have been isolated reports of guilt throughout Europe, even after Delphi's defeat. Unfortunately, we had no idea what could be causing them. There has been speculation that these outbreaks are occurring naturally. But splinters of Delphi are far more likely. The FBI has been investigating this as well. Dr. Kimishima has her hands full treating the guilt victims as they're brought in. That is why we cannot have her working on research full time. We may also need you to assist her occasionally, Dr. Stiles. I hope that you understand. Of course, I'd be glad to help. I didn't realize there were still guilt outbreaks. It would appear Delphi's power runs deeper than anyone thought possible. Alright, so we're moving on to 6-3, Relapse. "32 hours have passed since the patient was infected. His vitals are relatively stable, but we have no indication how long that will last. The cow reaction indicates tetrarchy, and we know it's in his liver. However, the tests exercise every precaution. The strain seems unusually contagious. I've updated his charts. We have a lot of experience treating this guilt and will proceed as normal. Yes, if you require any additional tools, don't hesitate to let me know. I believe you'll find our facility to be state of the art. I'm expecting a flawless performance. We'll do our best. I'm going to be observing this one from the monitoring station. I'm interested to see what your healing touch is like, Stiles." Alright, so we got Kathy Lyons, 70.8 inches, 135.4 pounds. Cow reaction positive. Tetrarchy bodies detected. Means of infection unknown and currently under investigation. Caduceus Europe's tests were correct. This is definitely tetrarchy, though the symptoms are a little unusual. Let's treat it normally, but be prepared in case anything unexpected happens. You can handle this, Doctor. I believe in you. Yeah, you're right. Are you feeling alright, Derek? Sure, I'm fine. Then I'll keep you posted on anything unusual. You just concentrate on the procedure. The only problem we can anticipate with Tatarti is changes in its synchronicity, however you pronounce that word. Once we observe its movement pattern, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. That's true. Let's hope we don't need to worry about anything beyond our objective. Exterminate the Tatarti cells. I'm ready when you are.
Let's begin the operation.
Let's begin.
Okay, so from my understanding, Chapter 6 is also, just like Chapter Z, is only in the Wii version of this game. So this is something new if you've played the DS version. If I'm wrong, anybody who's played the DS version, please let me know. But from my understanding, it is only in this game, this chapter. So, and as you see, they're acting a bit differently after you put the medicine in them.
Doctor.
The first time. Tatarti's never reacted that way before. Doctor, are you alright? Yeah, it just surprised me is all. We should continue then. Oh no, the Chiral reaction is increasing. Here it comes. Alright, so yeah, so as you see, I keep messing up. I'm not very good at aiming in the right place, so I messed up there, as you see. And each time I mess up, I make sure to put the vitals up so I don't have to worry too much about the patient dying on me. So see, that one should have got it. You saw the needle go inside that thing, so I don't know what happened there, but this like before, this particular, even though I'm doing really poorly right now, this particular guild is actually pretty easy to beat. It's just for some reason I'm not putting the needles in the right spot, so, or the syringes rather. So, and I do believe that time winds up almost running out on me on this one, so. There we go. Doctor, I figured it out. You can distinguish. Yeah, we already know that.
What is that?
That could be toxic. Yeah, it could be. That's why we got to save this person. And I don't know why I keep trying to shoot the green one with the yellow medicine. It's kind of dumb. So, it's right there. There you go. Come on. Nope. And as you see, it's laid a tumor, but I'm trying to avoid having to worry about that, and then I see it starting to get bigger. And then I forget what you actually have to do to get rid of this tumor. So I tried the laser, I tried the scalpel, I tried the drain. Then I remember, oh yeah, you're supposed to shoot it with the same color as the tumor. I forgot about that. Anyway, I didn't cut it out if he leaves any tumors. Make sure the vitals stay up. You don't want to kill the patient. So anyway, should be defeating them soon here, so as you see, they're going all over the place, kind of. Are you sure you're feeling alright, Derek? What? Yeah, of course, I'm fine. Don't look fine. Anyway, as you see, they're kind of going around erratically, and I keep missing, so try not to miss if you can help it. Okay, I keep missing. See, I've hit them all with the thing. I think you have to put quite a bit of medicine into the guilt to actually kill them, but I believe I got to do it one more time, so as you see, I keep missing. Not very good at aiming at moving targets. It's one of the reasons why I don't shoot guns very often. So anyway, as soon as you get enough medicine injected in these things, And as you can see, they're producing a mist, so really you have to pay attention to the color of the mist that they're bringing out to know which Tatarti you should be injecting with what color. As you see, I'm almost running out of time here, so there you go. And it's done. We have a negative counter reaction. Good work, Doctor. The patient's sudden infection may have been caused by those toxic excretions. Sorry. We'll have to look into it further once the patient is awake. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's close her up and finish this thing. And there we go. Operation complete. I deserve that C rank, because I did very, very poorly. Caduceus Europe operating room. What the? What's wrong with... Dr. Stiles, is something wrong with the patient? No, this is... Derek, what happened? His symptoms. This is bad. Order a chiral test immediately. He may have been infected. Uh-oh, that's not good. We can't have Derek die. But next time we'll figure out what happened to him. So on 6/4 second opinion. So until then, thanks for watching everybody, and have a great day.